We're now looking at the Fall Creek variety 132, and we can see that there's a very significant fruit load on here. But the challenge with this variety is it tends to develop a red pigment, and it's not uniformly blue. And so this is one of the shortcomings of this variety, is trying to get this fruit to get a full blue color throughout. And in a minute, we'll go into the Kravos house where we can see the same variety that was grown under the retractable cooling roof. What I'm going to do is I'm going to harvest some of the ripe fruit here so that we can do a comparison with the plants under the retractable roof. We are now in the Kravos retractable cooling house, and we are looking at the same Fall Creek variety 132. And you can see that there's an extremely heavy fruit load here. While the fruit load is extremely heavy on this crop, one of the challenges is trying to make sure you get a blue fruit, because it tends to develop red shoulders, particularly under the hailnet. So I'm just going to pick some fruit at random here, and we will do a comparison between the hailnet crop and the one in the retractable roof. And we can see that even though the fruit load is extremely heavy, we are looking at most jumbo fruit, which is very impressive considering the heavy fruit load on the plant. Now, part of this is due to the fact that these plants are exposed to direct sunlight in the morning to increase the transpiration rate, move the calcium into the fruit, and get a high level of plant activity. And now it's almost midday, and the cooling roof is closed, and we can see that we've got a nice diffused lighting here. There's no shadows, so the transpiration rate has been reduced. And what that's doing is it's allowing the plant to lose the optimal amount of water, and that in turn is giving us large fruit. And so if the transpiration rate is too high, then ultimately we'll end up with smaller fruit, or we'll get dehydrated fruit later in the season if we're not regulating the transpiration rate. So we can see here mostly jumbos, and we'll do a comparison in the fruit from the hailnet house after this.